Bronny is a lightning rod for conversation.
Yeah.
To the point where now it is a full-blown rat beef between his dad, LeBron, and Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, this is ridiculous. So, obviously, we remember Bron rolling up on Stephen A. at the game. That's where it started. Here's his quote. My issue is with LeBron James, for the record. LeBron James is full of it. He's a liar. I mean, strong language there. Bron's trolling the guy. He goes on Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Then he puts out a video of Stephen A. hitting the mitts. Which, hey, look, I got to, hey, Tay, you know where I'm from. I got a little knuck if you buck.
No, you don't.
But when I seen, I do. When I seen Stephen A. with them old man uppercut joints, you know what? Bron's right to troll here. And then, of course, Stephen A. says, well, that was 10 years ago. I'm stronger than that now. If he had swung on me, I would have swung. This is ridiculous, Tay. Yeah. And you know it. You know it.
It is ridiculous. Look, but Stephen A., in his defense, because everyone's clipping the part where he said he would have swung at him, he also said that he would have got destroyed. It wasn't like he said he was going to beat his butt.
He didn't have to say he would get destroyed. We already know.
Yeah, we all know that. So, for everyone who's making fun of him online, like, I get it. It's Stephen A. He's the butt of every joke. You know what I mean? He's that guy. But at the end of the day, all of this is just dumb. Like, honestly, bro, we talked to AJ DeBanza, who's a high schooler, finish up his high school career. I have some young bucks who are still in college, high school, all this other stuff. I expect this kind of pettiness and drama out of them.
Right.
Maybe even Drake and Kendrick, because we know they're two petty kings. Understandable. But LeBron and Stephen A. really battling at this point, it's all lame, bro. Yeah. It's so lame. When somebody texts my phone and say, yo, you see the Stephen A. and LeBron beef? I'm like, how old are they? Is this middle school? I'm over it, dog. Yeah, let it rest.
It's not going to rest because, first of all, it is clear LeBron is so petty. I mean, he is petty. Like, listen, here's the thing, too. I don't think any grown-up or any dad or any full-grown man had an issue with LeBron stepping to Stephen A. Smith for talking about his son or whatever. Yeah. I think everyone can kind of get behind that.
Understandable.
But, like, now it's done.
It's over with.
It's over.
It's done.
So why are you continuing to go back and forth with this man when you know damn well it was my same complaint with Jaylen Brown when him and Stephen A. went at it. Remember that? State your sources and all that crap? Jaylen, I was saying the same thing. What are you doing? Right. This is this guy's job. Right. He wants you to go back and forth. It's great for his business. LeBron has acknowledged that. So why are you doing it?
And you know what I always told you? I told you the same thing about the Denver Nuggets and their playoff run and playoff aspirations last year, right? Is that distractions add up. I don't care if it's LeBron James. I don't care if it's Nikola Jokic, one of the best players in the world right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The distractions add up. LeBron's getting back into podcasting. Yeah. He's doing podcasts with Pat McAfee. He's doing podcasts with the Kelsey brothers. Now starting back his own podcast up with Steve Nash and all this other stuff. It's like, dude, you just came back from injury. Can you focus on helping your team win basketball games? Now, look. People are going to say, oh, well, Ante, LeBron did have that game winner the night after. You know what I mean? He did have that tip-in game winner. Okay, that's fine.
He did.
That's one game. I don't believe in the Pacers, so I don't really care about that. You know what I mean?
Right.
My point is that you're 40.
Yeah.
40, arguing with some dude online like a teenager. And then on top of that, you got people who go to bat for you. I don't know Brian Windhorst. I don't know that dude from a can of paint. Yeah. But what I do know is what Stephen A. was saying is, right, Brian Windhorst goes to bat for LeBron James
always
on everything.
Yeah.
And for you to randomly throw out a stray like, oh, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these commentators, these analysts, blah,
they
blah, blah.
They be
tripping.
Wendy and him.
Yeah, right. So, like, I'm not saying they're the best of friends or anything like that. I'm not claiming that either. What I'm saying is, why is he catching strays in this when he's backed you up and been a big proponent of who you are and what you do off the court and on the court and all this other stuff? So it's getting to a point where it's like, bro, you're aiming at your own teammates. Like, why are we even doing this as a whole? I understand Pat McAfee. They're gonna ask questions. They're gonna ask you about it, all this other stuff. But like, bro, like you would think at this point you're a billionaire. You take the high road. Like it doesn't matter. We'll remember you more than we'll remember Stephen A. Smith. You already won, dog. Like you're a billionaire. You got your own shoe. You got freaking billboards in China and stuff like that.
You're LeBron James.
You're LeBron James. You got your son in the league.
You're the king around
here.
here.
What I'm saying? You can do whatever you want. If Zuri wants to play NBA basketball, she can play NBA basketball. You're LeBron. You're him. You're going to have your own NBA team here soon. So, like, you would think he would start acting like a businessman, but in this instance, for some reason, he feels the need to keep attacking Stephen A. Smith.
Well, I mean, Stephen A. Smith claims it's because he won't say he's his GOAT, which is also immature. Like, what do you give a rat's patootie with Stephen A. Smith?
And I can't even get mad at Stephen A. It's clicks. You know what I'm saying? It's news. It's clicks. You got a reason. ESPN's been looking for reasons to talk about LeBron every single day of the year, and he's basically giving it to you. So I understand it from his standpoint, but I'm really kind of tired of him talking about it and responding too, because like, bro, it's all lame. You guys are grown men.
I'm gonna tell you something I thought was lame. Was going on Pat McAfee's show to troll Stephen A. I thought that was a missed opportunity. LeBron, because of who he is, for everything you laid out, the stature, and he doesn't need to stoop to this level and this and that, right?
Right.
Because he's LeBron, I thought he could go on a smaller podcast and grow them.
Yeah.
Like, find one of these Bron fanboys, there's a million of them, who has a decent-sized podcast. Go on their show and slander dude so you at least help. Maybe you build up the next Stephen A. Smith. I just thought it was lame, and I'm with you on Wendy, too. I think Wendy is that 50 Cent meme you and I always laugh at. Like, what did I do?
What you say me for?
What you say my name? Poor Wendy,
the clean
bro.
version. The clean version.
The clean version. All he does is stand up for this guy, and this guy's on Pat McAfee just going off in the mouth. You're right. Bron's 40. Stephen A. is older than that.
Right.
So, like, it's ridiculous. Also, before we get out of this, you got to apologize to the DMV, man. Because all I do on this show, much like Wendy with LeBron, man, I always say Inglewood got this, Inglewood got that. We've had people on this show come on and say, oh, West Coast ballers are soft. I'm like, not that Inglewood boy right there. Nuh-uh. What you can't do, when I'm making fun of Stephen A. with his old uppercut grandpa joints, you can't sit up here and act like DMV ain't got no squabbles now. Look, I had to squabble. I told you I caught a couple L's in my lifetime, but I got a couple dubs too. We can squabble out there.
This is the second time today, I kid you not, that somebody from the DMV has told me that I need to put more respect on the DMV.
Come on.
And I just want everyone to know I absolutely love Travis Thomas in the DMV. I'm just saying that, your hand's a little slower. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You would beat Stephen A. though. I know that.
That's a damn fact.
And you losing to LeBron, so that's all that matters.
Hey, man, DMV loves you too.